Okay, friends, subscribers and YouTubers, not only did I find a UFO with the Soho camera, but I found a fleet. This was the first image I found yesterday, and I already put this one up. I believe this to be a single UFO passing the thing, so I thought, oh well, I'll go into Soho and I'll just have a look, and guess what I found? I found multiple objects, and I mean objects. This is a fleet. This is nothing more than a fleet. Look at the odd shape of some of them, like the almost diamond-like shapes, and these seem to be travelling in unison. And yeah, it's amazing. There's not just one thing. I believe these to be the winged orbs of the Annunaki. I now believe them to be the winged orbs of the Annunaki travelling, and these were spotted back in 1997. I'd say they have a bigger agenda than just our planet, because these guys are just passing our planet and not even thinking about us. And as you can see by these things, they're solid objects. They're not fake. I believe one of them, the one at the top right hand corner, I believe that to be a sun, and I also believe these things may be stars travelling. And yeah, so, but there's other stuff going on with it as well, which I can't explain. It's the pointed ends on some of these objects that really get me. But to me, again, unidentified flying objects in space. They're unidentified because I can't identify them, but yeah, they match that first image that I just showed you. And so what we've got here is something that yeah, so if you have a look at the other image that is going to appear right about now, yeah, so you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a larger shot of it, and then we'll go back to the other image, and when I go back to the other image, you'll see that they're almost identical. I thought that the other one was travelling in a sideward motion. I now believe they're travelling in a forward motion. So yeah, so back to the image of the multiples, and as you can see, there's definitely something to it, something that we're not being told. And yeah, because this definitely proves there's something out there, folks. There's no way NASA can ever lie to us again. So as I said with the other image, copy, upload, re-upload this video, copy the image, save the image, put it on your websites. Just give me credit for the find, guys. That's all I ask. But the thing is, it's I'm more interested in saving the images. These images to me are the most important images that I could ever ask anybody to go out there and save, and because the more that we upload and copy these images for safety's sake of NASA covering these images up, because trust me, once they find out where the image is, you're not going to find it on the web server. And now, for those of you in the other video that asked me, how do you find the images? Well, you go to the Soho camera, you go to the data archive, you click on the near real-time images. Generally, the best way to find them is, once I've got them, just put the day before and the day after. That way you'll get to see that there's definitely they're definitely not supposed to be there. That's what I recommend everybody to do, because these are images that yeah, aren't in the screen before and aren't in the screen after, so that means they're moving at high velocity, and they're passing the Soho camera fairly fast. So I believe these to definitely be spacecraft of some description, whether they be stars, but some of them are definitely spacecraft. There's something truly going on amongst here, and yes, they're definitely working in unison. And I mean definitely working in unison. There's not just one. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 saucer-like ones, and I'm including the small ones as well. Yeah, and there's too many numerous ones of the long, elongated ones. There's two of the ones with the pointed edge on them. So yeah, so what they are, they'd have to definitely be craft. But yes, and they'd have to be large for the camera to pick these up lit. They're either self-illuminated or they are behind our sun. So if they're behind our sun and they are that large, we are but a microbe, as I once said before. We are but a microbe in this wonderful universe. And what people say about all the stuff, how we are the only beings in the world, we are the centre of the universe. Go and stick your head in a hole, will you? You bloody idiots. These days, I believe it is the non-believers that are the idiots, because there is too much evidence out there for anybody to say we are the centre of the universe. We are the only creations in the universe. Crap, trap. And I'm a solid Christian. I believe there's a God out there, yes, but I believe the concept of what we have perceived as God is wrong. I believe that God is an omnipotent being, very powerful, but as to his benevolence, we don't know. Whether he's a benevolent or a malevolent God, we don't know. Whether he's a benevolent or a malevolent being out there, we don't know. There may be such a higher being. There have to be a higher being to create all this. So basically, there had to be something to start. And I believe, yeah, that's God. But God has the power to create our world. Why does he not have the power to create things and beings like this that have the ability to make craft this size, to make spaceships and to make life forms gigantic? Like, compare us to an ant. So this is what these people are like. They'd most probably need a microscope to look at us. That's right, a microscope to look at us. But this could just be normal size craft passing the SOHO telescope. We don't know. But they could be self-illuminated, but by the top left-hand side, I'd say they are stars. That's generally a sign that it's a star with the thrust motion going out the back of it. So yeah, guys, make up your own opinion on this one. Anthony Avery signing off.